Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your Formula One 2016 Monza Grand Prix race review. So, right, just before I get on to the actual race, I'm going to start off with the two shock announcements made at the weekend. Felipe Massa is retiring from Formula One at the end of the season for Williams, and I gotta say that's a big loss for Formula One because Felipe Massa, to me, is a good driver, and the shameful thing is he's not been the same since he had that wheel nut hit him back in Hungary 2009. That's definitely knocked his confidence, but Felipe Massa, I shall miss him. Absolutely miss Felipe Massa. Been a great driver in F1. He's so close to winning the title in 2008, but suffered title heartbreak on the last lap, which that's a shame for him. So, and the other announcement is Massa Button is taking a substantial a year off Formula One. And I gotta say, when that announcement was made, I was really surprised because I was thinking, maybe he's moved to another team or he's retiring. But nope, he's not retiring or moving to another team. He's staying with McLaren, but taking a year off with an option to return in 2018. That means Stoffel Van Doel will take Jenson Button's place in McLaren next season. Now, I look forward to seeing how he does because he looked quite sharp in Bahrain, Stoffel Van Doel, when Fernando Alonso was injured. So we'll wait and see what he does, but I'm excited. So, right, there are the two shock announcements made. So, right, on to the race. At the start race, Lewis Hamilton was on pole in front of his Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg, with Sebastian Vettel third and Kimi Raikkonen fourth. Then the two Red Bulls, Valtteri Bottas fifth, and then the two Red Bulls sixth and seventh. So the race started, and Lewis Hamilton made an absolute shocking start. I seen a replay of it, and it just looks like his Mercedes did not get off the line at all. It didn't even look like it bogs down. It just looked like the car didn't want it to move. Hamilton said on team radio he apologised for that start. So that was all his fault. But then after the race, Mercedes said that it was not Lewis Hamilton's fault. So if it was the car's fault, Mercedes have really got to sort out their starts. The two Ferraris made lightning starts again, but Nico Rosberg was able to stay ahead of Sebastian Vettel. But on the first lap, Vettel was piling on the pressure on Nico Rosberg. But Nico Rosberg got away and really he controlled the race. Lewis Hamilton was stuck behind Valtteri Bottas for not most of the race, but in the early stages of the race. Took quite a few laps to pass him. When he did, he eventually started to get faster, but unfortunately the damage was already done because that poor start. So who retired? Danny Kiat. I'm trying to think, there's quite a few retirements. Yeah, Danny Kiat, Felipe Nasr, and gosh, who's the other driver? There was contacts what happened on the opening lap. But anyways, both of those drivers retired, so yeah, can't quite remember, but anyway, so Nico Rosberg won the Grand Prix from Lewis Hamilton, he finishes second, and Sebastian Vettel third. And now Lewis Hamilton's championship lead is down to just 2 points. Yep, I repeat, 2 points. It is all to play for. Whoever wins out of Hamilton or Rosberg this year is going to be a close one. So, will Hamilton win a hat-trick of titles and his 4th world title? Or will Nico Rosberg win his 1st ever world title and put the brakes on Lewis Hamilton from winning his 4th title and a hat-trick of titles? Gonna have to wait and see and find out. It's going to be very interesting end to the season. So, in the comments, please put down your thoughts of Felipe Massa retiring and Jenson Button taking the year off. I think it's going to be a huge loss for F1, you know, them two not being in it next season. Will Junior Palmer keep his seat for Renault? Because if he doesn't, then Lewis Hamilton would be the only British driver on the grid next season. So that would be very strange if he's the only British driver on the grid next season. Now, just before I want to end this video, I want to talk about the big breaking news, what Eddie Jordan broke out on Channel 4's F1 coverage on Sunday afternoon, that Formula One could be sold to this American business media. And yesterday, it was announced that Formula One has new owners and Bernie Ecclestone will stay on for another 3 years. To me, Bernie Ecclestone, he's done magnificent things, but it is now time for him to just go into retirement straight away, in my opinion. Let the new owners sort the sport out. But what does this mean now for Formula One? We are now in unknown territory. Will this mean more teams coming in? Would this be the end of the hybrids, power units? Will naturally aspirated engines return to please the fans? Who knows? You know, we are in unknown territory now. But if the new owners said we are ditching the hybrids and bringing back naturally aspirated, that would do me nicely, because us fans just miss the noise in that V8 and V10. To be fair, the V6 hybrids make a bit more noise this year, you know, with this new exhaust. But to be honest, the last couple races feels like they've gone quiet again. You know, there's been hardly any noise coming out of them. Is it something they're doing? Have they given up on the loud engines to concentrate on next year's car? Or is it just the circuits they've been racing at? I don't know, but the hybrids have definitely been very quiet the last couple of races, just have not sounded the same at all for some reason. But there you go. So, yeah, my driver of the day, I'm going to have to give it to who deserves driver of the day. I'm going to give it to Nico Rosberg. He totally deserved that win. They didn't put a foot wrong at all. So, yep, he's my driver of the day. And the funny moment of the day was Fernando Alonso's team radio messages. That driver is a legend on team radio. Absolute legend. So F1 is in Singapore next, and this was a circuit where Mercedes struggled last year. You know, Ferrari and Red Bull dominated at Singapore last year, and Mercedes were absolutely nowhere, and they just could not get their tyres to work at Singapore at all last year. Will the same happen again, or have Mercedes, will they sort that problem for this year? I believe this year it'd be very different. You know, I believe they'll be in contention for victory, and who knows, or maybe even dominates like what they've done this season. Now, so far, the only race Mercedes have not won this season is Barcelona, where Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg taking each other out. Apart from that, Mercedes have won every race. Their reliability is fantastic. I just hope in 2017 the field can close up on Mercedes. I'm not criticising Mercedes because they've done an absolutely fantastic job, with their engine, their power units, their car. Hats off to Mercedes, but we really do need more competition in Formula One. So it's farewell to Felipe Massa at the end of the season, and who knows, maybe even Jenson Button as well. Exciting times for F1, but also some sad times. Losing two of the, in my opinion, best friendly drivers on the grid. Experienced, friendly, and just giving a big welcome in Formula One. See you all. I'll hopefully do a review for the Singapore Grand Prix. So, also, what do you think of the new F1 owners? Are you happy? Are you worried? If you're worried, please let me know. But I'm not really worried. I'm confident that they can do a good job, the new owners. Right. Okay. Bye bye.